Anderson is coached by Phil Sheldon. He's assisted by Tanya Kincaid. And now for your Indian Hill Braves. The starters are number 13, Maddie Antonucci. Number 20, Nina Price. Number 22, Ella Riggs. Number 23, Claire DeHamill. And number 33, Annie Isfording. The Braves are coached by Rachel Smith. She's assisted by Jay McGee and Jonathan Cobb. Good luck to both teams.
Well, good evening, folks. Happy Wednesday to everybody. This is the Braves' first home game of the year, Anderson versus Indian Hill. Braves coming off a new thing for them, a season opening win. Went up to Clinton Massey on Monday, 2 days ago, and beat that team fairly handily, winning by, I believe, 17, 18 points. Freshman Ella Riggs having a phenomenal game with 21 points, 7 boards. Annie Isfording, also a freshman, didn't put much on the board point-wise, but had a great game herself, great debut. And we're off. Nooch grabs the tip back. Ella over to Claire, playing the point. Ella will typically play the 2. Annie at a high post and Maddie in a double high post. There's a nice pass in. Nooch going up. Can't get it. Gets her own board. But blocked by number 20, Megan Sullivan. And Anderson will take over for their first possession. Down to Margot Thompson, a 6'2" post player. She's got good position on Nooch. And she gets the first basket of the game for the Anderson Indians.
Number 23, Margot Thompson.
That's okay. Ella makes a rare mistake. She had a turnover-free game against Clinton Massey, but makes a bad cross-court pass, and
Three-point basket.
Elizabeth Homan makes a 3-point basket.
Number 12, Ellie Caldwell.
Excuse me, Ellie Caldwell, number 12, with the 3-pointer. Now the Braves have got to close out on those. Playing man-to-man, unlike most of what they played last year. Anderson running a diamond press. Braves fortunately have a lot of good ball handlers here. That's a kick, but the ref didn't call it. Claire kicks out. Ella Riggs, and goes for the 3 and doesn't quite hit it. Good outside shooter Ella is. Annie playing good defense on top. Don't use your hands, Claire. Point guard Claire DeHamill got into some foul trouble against Clinton Massey by not quite out of soccer mode yet. That's something the Braves can ill afford as Maddie Antonucci picks up her first.
Number 13, Maddie Antonucci, her first.
Braves will play a 2-3 out on the out-of-bounds play. Picking up to him, back to a man-to-man. Some Ella lost her person. And Nooch with the board. And Braves will slow it down. Running a 5-out offense. Nina, nice pass in. Good kick out, went right over Claire's head. Braves working around nicely, not getting anything inside on this defense. Got the big post player up there. Claire makes a nice drive, and she gets fouled. It's a good thing. I think she got bailed out a little bit, but that was a nice penetration. Something Claire's going to have to do more of this year.
Number 23, Margot Thompson, her first. Team's first at the line, shooting 2 for the Braves. Number 23, Claire DeHamill.
I will assume everybody picked that up from Larry Eli at the PA. And Claire has Only been back at basketball for about a week and hasn't gotten her shooting touch back yet so far. A little frustration there for the announcer and for the point guard. But the Rays get a good result out of that with the held ball. Yeah, with playing against a slightly bigger team, especially in the post, Indian Hill's really going to have to do some penetration and swing the ball around. Take the shot, Nina. That's in. Nice shot by Nina Price. That was good ball movement. And Nina, who's a very capable shooter, nice soft touch when she doesn't drift. And she didn't drift there. And hit it. That looks like it's going to be...
Margot Thompson.
Anyway, that looks like it's going to be a bit of a problem for the Braves.
Number 15, Mackenzie Burdick, and number 5, Sarah Sweeney.
Margot Thompson, the big post player for Anderson. That is going to be a bit of an issue for the Braves, but she's taking a seat on the bench for now, so maybe the Braves can make a little hay while the sun is shining, so to speak. Maddie. Oh, nice job by Annie Isfording getting in there, and that's a nice shot, Maddie. Nice shot.
Basket by number 13, Maddie Antonucci.
And I think Maddie, trying to shake off a little rust, went in 1-on-3, and that was probably not a good decision, but Annie Isfording makes a nice hustle play, and Maddie drains the three-pointer with her usually silky shot. Nina Price with the board, out to Nooch. Swinging around. That's probably not a good shot for Annie to take. Trying to think maybe force it a little bit. Nina needs to get back on defense. That's not what the Braves need. We can't. Everybody's got to be conscientious that this team is going to run, just like we want to run on them. They got some good ball handlers, some good shooters. And a little sloppy play here. Nooch turning the ball over with the drive a little out of control and left herself with not much of an option. And the Braves turn it over. That's a nice drive, a nice step in by Ella Riggs. That's a little travel probably Claire got away with. Nina with another board. We are like really turning the ball over here. Really, unlike the other night where they seemed totally in control against Clinton Massey, the Braves so far have played really helter-skelter. I think we need a little calming influence.
Number 10, Katie Doyle.
Number 10, Katie Doyle in for the Indians. Just a little, well, more than a little sloppy so far. We need a little bit of patience, and again, it's the second game of the season. Halfway through the first quarter of the second game of the season, so it's understandable that. Oh, Nina. That's
number 20, Nina Price, her first, team second.
Nina's just got to go straight up.
Shooting 3 free throws is number 5, Sarah Sweeney.
That's taking not a pretty looking three-point shot and giving that young lady an opportunity to recoup it at the line, which fortunately for us, she misses the first. We got 2 more. 3:07 left in the first quarter, and Anderson up by a 9-5 score. And Sarah Sweeney will be shooting 1 more from the line. And makes the third, so she's 1 out of 3 is Sweeney. That's Annie. I was about to say that was a really nice swing, breaking of the press, but Annie looks like Annie just took her eye off the ball just a little bit.
The Redskins, number 23, Margot Thompson.
I'll try not to talk over Larry Eli. He's got the advantage of the PA system at his disposal. Oh, nice job, Ella. Good hustle, good hustle. Claire, you better follow. That's a charge. Ella. Yep, I would agree with that. She went right into her.
Control foul on Indian Hill, number 22. Ella Riggs, her first personal. Team's third.
Anderson, a D1 opponent, so this is a really good test for the Braves. Medal early in this season. Down by 5 points, 10-5, with just under 3 minutes to go here in the first. Nice play, good job. Oh, that's debatable, but the ref had a better position on that. Annie Isfording over the back. Made a nice hustle play though. Braves up have to now 4 team fouls as Anderson creeps towards getting a bonus here in the first quarter. That's good. Go, Nuge. Maddie with the steal. Almost traveled. And she got it blocked. And Maddie's just coming back from 3 weeks of inactivity. A back injury that had plagued her during the summer and re-aggravated it early in the training season for basketball. So we got Maddie coming off of 3 weeks of rust. Claire's just been back for about 5 or 6 days, 4 practices and 1 game. And Annie Isfording also about in the same boat. Claire was back a little sooner, but wasn't able to participate due to a leg injury. But both Claire and Annie Isfording not able to play for a long time because of soccer, which is a good thing actually. That's a little long for Maddie Antonucci. Claire arguing with the referee, but to no avail. And Anderson will have the ball, still up 10-5 with just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Come on, Nucci Nooch, good job. Maddie with those long arms got up and took that ball. Take the shot. Oh, Claire, you should have taken that shot. That's it. Annie Isfording. Give Claire the assist on that one. Annie Isfording hits her first bucket of the year. Annie did play really well in quite a few minutes in the first game Monday, but didn't have any buckets. Had 1 from the free throw line. Again, Ella Riggs led all scores in that game with 21. Nooch coming off the bench in her first game back had 11. Nina Price with 9 in that game. That was the bulk of the Braves scoring, with Claire having a goose egg, 0 for 6. So Nina picked up her second foul. That's the 5th on the Braves with 1:39 left, and the Indians of Anderson up by 2. There's a wide open 3 from the corner, and I thought Ella was going to have that. That's a jump ball. Good call. That's a good call. Nina Price making a nice hustle play down in the paint. Getting down on the floor. Lauren James comes into the game for the first time tonight, replacing Nina Price. Coinciding with Margot Thompson, the big post player for Anderson, re-entering the game. And I think putting Lauren in there to bang with her is a good coaching move, or it would appear on paper. Good. And that's what you need to do when you have a post player that can get good position. She's obviously a lot bigger even than Lauren. I mean, Lauren's a really tough, muscular, strong kid, but she's given up about 5 or 6 inches to Thompson. But if you have good ball pressure on the perimeter, on the ball handler, make that entry pass difficult. Lauren was doing a nice 3/4 job and forced him to make a difficult pass. And Nooch picks up the foul. She missed Lauren down on the low block. Yell for it, Lauren.
Foul is on number 13 of Indian Hill, Maddie Antonucci, her second foul.
And the Braves can move forward to get in foul trouble. That's Nooch's second. Braves are 1 away from giving up the bonus position to Anderson. Oh, that girl's wide open, wide open. Somebody got, I think Claire got back screened, and
By number 12, Ellie Caldwell.
there's some nice working up. Ella working the ball back to Maddie Antonucci, over to Annie Ishfording, back to Ella Riggs. Trying to force it, and Maddie gets a nice foul. Maddie will get to the line where she's usually pretty lethal.
On Anderson. Number 15.
Braves are starting to show a little more patience and maturity with the ball. Still forcing it just a bit, but
Number 13.
the turnovers have seemed to dissipate here in the last couple of minutes. Nooch at the line. And she gets a friendly roll for the first one. 53 seconds left in the first quarter. 12-9. Anderson over Indian Hill right now. Make that 12-10 as Nooch hits her second. And the Braves are in a 2-2-1 press. More token, I think, in that particular case. Oh. Good hands on it. That's it. That's it. Nooch showed herself some real strength there. Swing it, swing it, swing it. Take the shot, Claire. Claire's just off by a little bit. Lauren tries to throw over a tall girl, and it doesn't work. There's a nice smart play by number 5, Sweeney. Claire had her trapped over there, and she just bounced it off Claire's leg, and it'll remain Anderson ball. 19 seconds left in the first. And once again, the pressure on the ball handler, the person making the entry pass, forces her to make a bad toss over the 6'2" Margot Thompson. Annie, oh, she traveled, excellent. All right, Braves with 6 seconds left. Let's see if we can get themselves on the board one more time. 6 seconds. Better push it, push it. Oh, Lauren, stop dribbling, kid. You know, Lauren's improvement as a post player over the last couple of years has just been phenomenal. Ball handling is not one of her strengths, but she's worked her tail off to learn to defend really well, grabs boards, has developed a nice little 8 or 10 foot jump shot.
Score at the end of the first quarter. Anderson 12, Indian Hill 10.
And we end the first with Anderson up 12-10. We'll be back in just a minute. Okay, we're back for the second quarter. Same 5 that finished the first for the Braves. 4 starters and Lauren still in for Nina Price. See if the Braves can capitalize on some of their improving ball handling. Ella Riggs is short with the 3. And number 3, Elizabeth Homan, makes the board for Anderson. That's it, Lauren. Good job. Lauren James playing a nice backing post. Maddie picked up her 3rd. Oh dear.
Foul on Indian Hill.
Looks like we're going to have Jaden James subbing in for Maddie Antonucci.
Foul is on Maddie Antonucci.
That's, again, something the Braves can really ill afford. They are not a deep team. So, Nina Price with 2 fouls. And Maddie will probably sit a good portion of the rest, if not the entire rest of the second quarter. It's a big blow to the Braves. Jaden James comes in to take her place. Now Claire, I thought she was going to get that board over the 6'2" Thompson, but not to be. Lauren's just getting manhandled in there. Just, she's working her butt off, but again, just, she's given up 5 or 6 inches, and you can't teach height. So Lauren's working in there, but that girl's outsize her weight-wise, as well as height. So Braves need to give Lauren a little bit of help there, because she's been asked to do an awful lot in the post against the 6'2" Thompson. Stay on her, Jaden. Good job. Don't reach. Oh, Lauren is really banging in there with her. And that's going to be an over in the back. Jaden with a good hustle. But that's, she needs to realize that she did a really nice hustle play there and got the ball. Girl was, I think, going to let it go out of bounds, and she hustled in there, but she's got to learn that she can't go 1-on-2 or 1-on-3.
Basket by number 25, Carly Steiner.
And this could get away from Indian Hill really quickly if figure out a way to put a few points on the board and maybe slow the ball down a little bit here. Ella Riggs takes another one and off again with the 3-pointer. And again, Elizabeth Homan gets the ball deep. And almost she walked there. A little mismatch there, but Claire staying out on her. Braves settled into a 2-3 zone now with Thompson in the game. That's probably a good idea. Claire gets a steal. Nice place. You need to look up. And she gets hog-tied. I think I wish Ella had screamed for the ball there.
Foul on Anderson.
But
number 3, Elizabeth Holman.
I think the better move would have been for Claire to give the ball up, but she does get horse collared and will go to the line shooting 2. And Claire gets her first point of the year. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Still fairly low scoring game here, 14-11 Anderson. Claire's going to try to make it 12. And she does. Maybe seeing a couple balls go in from the charity stripe will make her a little more confident with her regular shot. Because with Nooch out, Claire and Ella Riggs are going to have to shoulder the scoring burden for the Braves right now. It's another short shot. Well, Lauren got frustrated there. She did a fantastic job boxing out, did a great board. She's got to be more patient getting the outlet pass, though.
Foul was on number 35, Lauren James, her first. At the line with the 1-1 is number 12, Ellie Caldwell.
And the Indians will be in the bonus for the rest of the first half.
First free throw is good.
Caldwell makes the first, putting the Indians up by 3, looking to make it 4. 5:40 left in the first quarter.
Second free throw is good. Into the game is for Anderson is number 5, Sarah Sweeney.
Sweeney returns to the game, replacing Caldwell.
Turning for the Braves, number 20, Nina Price.
Nina Price will come back in for Lauren James as Thompson sits for Anderson. Makes more sense here to, oh man, somebody needs to Jaden James standing down there by herself. Unfortunately, we don't have Tom Brady on the team right now. Claire cannot make that pass. Don't foul. That's a foul. You made a... Oh, well, Claire got bailed out there. That was I think that was definitely a foul, but the ref saw it a little differently, fortunately for Claire. Claire just didn't have enough mustard on that to make a cross-court pass like that. Anderson really good with her zone pressure. And Claire turns it over. Got to be more patient, got to give the ball up quickly. Either that or Claire is a good enough ball handler. She should be taking the ball. In that particular situation when she had the ball on the side right before she picked up her dribble, she needs to keep dribbling and break the press herself. Break it yourself! Shouting out a little bit of instruction for the youngest of my children. And Estradian gets pinned underneath. Hard to stop a shot like that when you get deep penetration like that. Jaden, make that. And Ella Riggs with a nice rebound. Jaden did a good job spotting up down a low block. Unfortunately missed a shot. Ella right there to grab the board, and she'll go to the line.
Margot Thompson, her second. At the line with 2 free throws for the Braves, number 22, Ella Riggs.
No friendly roll for Ella on their first shot. 4:50 left in the first quarter, and Anderson still has a 6-point lead at 18-12. Make that 18-13 as Ella hits her second. Jaden James now faced with the unenviable task of guarding Margot Thompson, who's back into the game, and she picks up
number 34,
her first foul.
James, her first. At the line, shooting 2 free throws for Anderson, number 23, Margot Thompson.
Nice stroke from the big pivot for the Indians. Yeah, unfortunately, Jaden is put in a tough position trying to guard that young woman.
And returning to the game for Anderson, number 20, Megan Sullivan.
Jaden just doesn't have the size to be able to compete in there. If Lauren doesn't have the size, then Jaden definitely doesn't, as she's a few inches smaller and not quite as physically developed as her big sister. Still a real good player, has a lot of potential. Got to make some better passes here. Really getting rattled. Get to see Claire dribble out of those presses. She's more than capable of breaking presses off the dribble. I know, I understand the wanting to pass, and that's usually the proper thing, but occasionally you've got to break it with off the bounce. Dribble out! Dribble out!
Foul is on Anderson, number 25, Carly Steiner, her first.
Well, Braves still staying in it, down by 7. 4 minutes left in the quarter. Once again, that's a question of not going to meet the pass.
Foul on Indian Hill.
Just too anxious to get the ball up, not under control. Dribble out!
Foul is on number 33, Annie Isfording, her second. At the line, shooting 2 for Anderson. Number 15, Mackenzie Burdick. First free throw is
Nice looking free throw from Mackenzie Burdick. Puts the Indians up by 8 with 4 minutes left here in the first quarter, or excuse me, the second quarter. And she follows it up with another swish. That's the way.
Anderson.
And it's motion down to Claire to try dribbling out of those traps. That's exactly what she did, and she picked up a foul. She's going to go to the line with Braves finally get themselves in the bonus.
Number 23, Claire to Hamel. Into the game for Anderson is number 12, Ellie Caldwell, and number 23, Marco Thompson.
Caldwell and Thompson returning for Anderson. And Braves are slipping behind here, now down 22-13, but you know, if they can penetrate, if they can stop making these turnovers, get a few points from the line, get a few good looks. Yeah, Claire got a little lucky on that one. A little hard on her shot. Second one is short. Nope. Now she got another lucky bounce. Well, it's a shooter's bounce. Claire is a good shooter, but that was a little bit fortunate. She got a nice soft roll off of that one. Braves now pull back within 7 with 3:45 left in the second. Might have been a walk, but that was a foul, and that's Nina's third, I think. I think that was on Nina. Huh?
It's her first.
I'm not sure
At the line is number 20, Megan Sullivan.
where that one came from, but I thought that was Nina Price for sure on that. Good, Ella Riggs with a nice board. Gonna push it up. Take the shot, Annie. That's in there. Oh, long. Annie Ishrening had a nice open look. Unfortunately, missed kind of badly on that one, but you know, that's the shot the freshman's going to need to take and make. Braves running a little pressure of their own, trying to slow down the advancement and maybe get a steal or two out of the deal. Leaving a wide open three though, and unfortunately Caldwell drains it.
To the goal line, number 12, Ellie Caldwell.
That's it. Push it up, Claire. There you go. Nice pass in. Ella makes a nice drive. That's some good ball movement.
Ella Riggs.
Got the ball pushed up. Claire made a nice pass off the dribble to Nina Price. Nina Price made a nice pass to the cutting Ella Riggs. And that one's definitely on Nina. And looks like we're going to get Nina out of the game. Lauren's going to be to replace her in a minute.
Anderson, number 25, Carly Steiner.
Junior Carly Steiner at the line for Anderson. Can't make the first.
Into the game for the Braves. Returning is number 35.
And LJ back in for Nina Price. So we got Nina with 3 and Maddie Antonucci with 3. And the Braves still hanging around, and that's going to be off. But Thompson gets the board. Oh, Jaden, I thought she... Jaden trying to get the hell ball and picks up another foul, and we're going to go back to the line.
James, her second.
We've been in the double bonus for a while here. Has Anderson. And Thompson again to the line. Got a nice stroke we've seen in the past couple times she's been there. And she nails another one. Putting Anderson up by 10 with 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Make that 11. And Anderson backs off its pressure. See if the Braves can run some offense, and now the Indians go to a 2-3 zone. Indian Hill does not have a lot of perimeter shooting in this particular lineup on the floor. James' sisters primarily post players. And Annie got a little excited and turned the ball over. Nope, 2 minutes left. Anderson up by 11. Braves seeing this one gradually getting a little out of reach. A lot of turnovers. I don't know what our number is here. I'm sure Mike Antonucci will tell me at halftime, but Braves not shooting particularly well, not handling the ball particularly well. And Anderson not exactly shooting lights out either. Annie with the rebound. Works it up to Ella Riggs, and she's fouled. I think that's, is that Sweeney or Homan? That's Homan.
Her second at the line.
And Ella will go to the line.
Is number 22, Ella Riggs.
Ella makes the first. And Braves' hope at this point is to keep the status quo or hopefully get a few points at the line here in the last minute 40, down by 10. Get to this third quarter and get Maddie and Nina back into the game.
Second free throw is good.
Turnovers and poor shooting and foul trouble and questionable ball handling so far for Indian Hill. But again, second game of the year. Some mistakes are to be expected as the group gets to learn to play with each other. And that's home, and Sweeney hits the three.
Sarah Sweeney.
Claire, terrible pass. He telegraphed it. Fortunately for Anderson, number 5, Sweeney is there to clean up the mess. I don't know what the Braves are thinking here. I think coach needs to get them to settle. And tell them to try, you just can't make cross-court passes like that. And I think Claire as a senior knows better than that, but that's just not an excusable error. As a group out there, they are not playing very smart. They're not very patient at all. So I'd like to see, as they get into the second half here, they may not be able to whittle away what is now a 14-point deficit with 1 minute left in the quarter. But they certainly can go a long way towards building their confidence for their upcoming games. Again, Anderson, a really talented team, D1 team. So this is a good early season exercise for the Braves. Obviously a non-conference foe. On the bright side, Anderson's first game, they beat Madero by about 50, holding Madero to, I think, 17 total points for the game and scoring about 60 or 70 themselves. Pretty much of a one-sided blowout throughout that entire contest. So we got the James sisters, Ella Riggs, Clarity Hamill, and Annie Isfording in for Indian Hill as we work down the last minute of the second quarter, 33-19 in favor of Anderson. Ella with the corner three, and she buries it. Now that's a nice little, hopefully a momentum builder, and good for Ella to see her shot go in. Straight up, Lauren. Straight up, that's it. Good. Good job, Lauren. Or did they call a foul? No, she stepped out of bounds. Good. Lauren used her feet well, used her body, didn't get tempted to reach in. That was nice defense. Braves playing a high stack here. Ella got a nice pass in. Oh, Ella. Ella had a really nice post position. Claire made a great entry pass. That was perfect. Ella got a spin on her and just exploded the shot there at the end. Drop back, girls. That's it. Hands up, Lauren. Hands up. Straight up, straight up, straight up. We got a wide open three, and she's burying it. And we on? Okay. All right. right, folks, welcome back to the second half. Begin the third quarter exactly where we left off the first one. Or, excuse me, the second quarter, in the third quarter. Although Nooch and Nina Price are back into the game, each playing with 3 fouls, unfortunately, still. And the Braves down 36-22.
Foul on Anderson. Foul is on number 20,
Megan Sullivan with the foul, and Claire will go to the line.
At the line, shooting 2 for the Braves. Number
With
23,
2.
Claire DeHamill.
Claire's still having a little difficulty with her free throw shooting. She was 4 or 6 in the first half, but still trying to shake off that rust. And that one's gonna roll off as well. But Nooch is there with the board. So nice drive, Nina Price. Oh, had it stripped from her hands, but that's what we want to see. So we missed in the first half is Nina being real aggressive. She's a left-hander, so obviously making that drive with her left is right in her wheelhouse. 5-second call. Another unforced error. Braves as a unit. That one was on Nina, but the Braves as a unit have been really struggling with their ball handling and their composure, and haven't seemed to shake it off here in the second half. Given a wide open 3, and that's going to be off. Nina with the board. Good job. And 25, Steiner picks up the foul.
25, Carly Steiner, her second.
So that's the second on Anderson, so maybe we can get ourselves into the bonus and pick up a few points that way here in this second half. Not sure why the ref moved her down to the baseline for the inbounds immaterial, because there's no pressure, but good. And that's on Sullivan, I think. The senior forward.
Number 20, Megan Sullivan.
That's their third.
Second, Keith's third.
A minute in, and we've got we're halfway to the bonus. So let's get a little movement here. Nina takes the ball in, and nice pass in. Nooch, get in there, kid. All right. Nice entry pass by Nina Price there. Maddie got a nice post position. Don't foul, Maddie. You cannot afford to get out. Ball around to Sarah Sweeney. And
That's good by number 15, Mackenzie Burdick.
Nooch got posted. Oh, Maddie was almost not in bounds yet before. That's, I can't make that pass. And Anderson makes him pay.
Number 20, Megan Sullivan.
There's an ill-advised pass by Maddie there. Get rid of it, Nina. There you go. Quickly. Pass opposite. Claire, I thought should have, Maddie needs to call for that ball on the opposite side. I thought for sure Claire was going to, on that drive, swing it to Maddie in the far corner. She got bailed out there by throwing her body into someone and picking up the foul.
That's the line for the Braves.
Drains the first one.
Claire DeHamill.
That's the fourth on Anderson.
Margot Thompson and number 12, Ellie Caldwell. Second free throw is good.
Claire now with 6 on the night, with 6 of 10 from the line. Got to get your hands off her. Play defense with your feet. For all the hundreds of fans that are watching this game on the replay, obviously I'm kidding. Oh, nice play, Annie, or Ella, sorry. Just take it yourself. There you go. Fall. Ella's lucky she didn't get called for a foul there with took kind of a swing, and we've got a player down for Anderson. I think that's Sweeney. No, I take that back. That's Homan, I believe. Yeah, Elizabeth Homan, the junior guard. Didn't see what happened to her. I think she got tripped up there and took a good tumble.
Into the game for Anderson.
But it looks like she's going to be fine.
Katie Doyle.
Braves only shot 5 of 20 in the first half, 25%. 9 of 12 from the line. Clarity Hamill with 6. Maddie Antonucci with 5. Ella Riggs with 8. Led the Braves scoring in the first. And Nooch hits one. That's only a 2, unfortunately, but it was a nice, smooth-looking shot. A mid-season form stroke for Maddie Antonucci. Nice hands. Good. Look up, look up, look up. Go on, Nooch. Take it yourself. Take that shot right there and doesn't hit it. Nina with the boards. Take that, Ella. Hit that. Oh, follow. That was a nice looking sequence for the Braves. Clear. You know, they didn't hit the couple of shots there, but Maddie had a really nice look. Claire fed Ella Riggs for a really nice look. You know, those shots are going to start to fall.
Anderson, number 20, Megan Sullivan.
And unfortunately, even though they didn't fall, that's some good ball movement. You'd like to see that from Indian Hill. A little more under control, looking for the open player, getting some open looks. And again, those shots will fall, given some time. Nice entry in. Nooch goes strong, can't get it. I think she got a little intimidated maybe by Thompson in under the post, but you know, Maddie went up strong, just I think in a bad position. And the Braves pick up, I think that's on Annie Istrading.
Indian Hill, number 33, Annie Istrading, her third, team's first.
And the freshman has picked up her third. So now Annie Istrading, Nina Price, Maddie Antonucci, all with 3 for Indian Hill. Braves have cut it a little bit down to 12. 4:48 left in the third quarter. And the pressure forces Anderson to call a timeout. Ball trapped in the corner. So have a brief timeout again. Braves down by 12, 40-28. 4:45 left in the third. And coming out here in the third quarter, we saw a little too much of the negatives of the first quarter and the second quarter, but just the last few minutes, Braves seem to have regained some composure, moving the ball around really well, getting some open looks. You know, the Indian Hill's got a lot of talent this year. Not, again, real deep, but, you know, playing against a really strong D1 opponent like Anderson, the Braves are really being tested. And, you know, in times they've shown their rust and their immaturity, but nice pass. That was a nice steal by Nina Price. Just a hair late on the pass. I don't know that Claire was maybe the best target on that particular sequence. Wasn't really that open. Ooh. Swing it, swing it, swing it. You see on that sequence that there may be a little bit tunnel visioned into 1 or 2 potential pass targets there, trying to feed the ball to the post. You saw Claire all wide open at the top. Maddie forcing the ball a little bit there. And she's not used to going against bigger, stronger kids than she is. Maddie, obviously an incredibly talented performer. Great shooter. 3 seconds. And good. Good pressure. Thompson got good post position, but the 3 amigos swarming her there. I think Claire had some ideas of stealing the ball when Thompson brought it down. It's one thing as a post player, you learn to, Claire tried to go through there, but she just wasn't under control. That's the right move, but she just needs to get through there a little more quickly and a little more ball control. And Claire's more than capable of breaking through that gap in that trap. Just didn't execute it very well that time. And another 3-second call on Anderson. Again, still a little discombobulated on the Indian Hill side, but they're starting to deal with the pressure better. Still making some mistakes, but they're definitely more composed. And there's another foul. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't think I agree with that call.
Indian Hill, number 20.
That's Nina's fourth, and that's a big blow to Indian Hill. And the Braves are
into the game for the Braves, number 34, Jaden James.
Rachel's going to pull Nina out. Coach Rachel Smith puts Jaden James back into the game. Nina goes to the bench with her fourth. 3:45 left in the third. Score still holding steady at 40-28, Anderson. And we've got a moving screen on the Indians. That should be their sixth.
Number 12, Allie Caldwell, her first. James fifth.
Oh, my mistake. I thought they were already at 5. Swing over there. Come on, girls. Nah, that's a pass we can't make as we're forcing it into a double team. Maddie's struggling for position there, working hard, but and Caldwell hits another 3. They're getting wide open looks, and you know the Braves are I think focused on collapsing on the post player, and they're leaving wide open shooters there. Nooch tries one from the distance, and Jaden just makes a frustration foul there, I think.
Foul on Indian Hill, number 34, Jaden James, her third. James third.
Yeah, just need to be careful not to make frustration fouls like that, and realize that you're probably not going to get that ball, so don't foul him if you can't get it. Ooh, Claire's got to watch those hands. I think the refs made a good no call there, but Claire is a little lucky you can find refs in this level that will okay. From my perspective, I thought Jaden just kind of fell down there. She was leaning in, and that girl really, I think, to be honest with you folks, I think the Braves got lucky there. Jaden had a nice body up position from behind, and you know, Thompson doesn't, you know, she's big and tall, but she does not have good footwork, doesn't have good post moves. So I think Jaden was doing all she could to body her up from behind, and Thompson turned, but I really don't think, to be honest with you, that she knocked Jaden down, but we'll take it. Believe me, we will take it. .239 left, and Anderson's got it lead back up to 15 with that 3 by Caldwell a minute ago. Just having some trouble putting points on the board tonight. And again, when playing a team like this, bigger in most positions, very talented at pretty much all the positions. I mean, again, Thompson, not exactly a talented post player, but she's big, she's strong. She has a 5'6" height advantage of inches on most Braves players that she's going up against. They have some good guards and good forwards that are good outside shooters when they're getting wide open set shots. Nice pass, nice cut. Jane goes strong. Gotta make that, sweetie, gotta make that. And there's a frustration foul. Ella Riggs trying to make something happen. Unfortunately, what she made happen was a personal foul. That's her second, I believe. It's the fourth on the Braves for the third quarter. Claire and Ella doing a good job, I think, communicating with each other. Ella doing it a little more by feel, Claire doing it a little more verbally. And Nooch just picked up number 4 with a block on the baseline.
Foul on Indian Hill, number 13, Maddie Antonucci, her 4th.
And at this stage, 2 minutes left in the
James 5th.
in the third. Nina's going to replace her. 1 4-foul saddled forward for another 4-foul saddled forward. And there's another wide open 3. Nina's got good position. Good box out, Nina. Look up, Claire. And that should be an and 1, but that was a nice rebound. Nina boxed out.
Number 22, Ella Riggs.
Nina boxed out really well, made a good outlet pass. Claire caught it in traffic, took a dribble or two, looked up, hit Ella on the dead run. Ella finished, so if I could give Nina an assist on that, I'd give Nina an assist as well as Claire. Annie Estrading with a good rebound, good positioning. And wisely slows the ball down a little bit. Got to pop out, Claire. Pop out. See Claire look for a shot a little bit more in this situation. She has only taken 2 shots all game. One early in the game when she penetrated and got fouled on the drive. One missed 3. Swing it, swing it, swing it, Nina. Oh, nice.
Basket by Nina Price.
Nina's an exceptionally good athlete. I've always teased her about her shot. She's got a little slightly awkward looking form, but literally looked like she was reaching right down into the basket from the top of her release. Box out on the back. Oops. Well, didn't need a box out on the backside because
Basket by number 3.
I don't know what in the world Claire thought she was doing there. That was just that's a bad pass and a stupid pass because she really knows better than that. You have a senior point guard just cannot be making mistakes like that. That's about her 4th or 5th turnover in the game. I know the pressure's there, but she just, and I know she's rusty, but Braves are not going to be successful if she can't handle pressure like that a little bit better. Nice drive. Yeah, Oman made a nice drive there. Cut through and just move the ball quickly. Yeah, that's it. Dribble out of there. Come on, Claire. Call for the ball. Call for the ball, Annie. Braves not aware of the time there.
Score at the end of 3 quarters.
Somebody needs to be screaming in their ears.
Indian Hill, 32.
Screaming in their ears with the counting down the clock. That's what, the assistant coach, the bench, especially the bench, they'll get that. But, you see good teams, especially at the college level, but certainly at the high school level too, where benches are helping out their teammates on the court. And there's a situation like that, clock's ticking down, a lot of players aren't aware of the time situation, especially Annie, the freshman, the ball's been batted around, she's running down the court, she's probably not aware exactly how much time she has left. Her bench needs to be shouting it out, doing that countdown, and helping her out. And as do her teammates on the floor. Everybody needs to be aware of time and situation. And, you can chalk it up to inexperience, you can chalk it up to youth, but this is a team with enough experience and enough talent and enough know-how on the bench to be shouting that out. Is it going to make a difference in the game? Nope, but every little bit helps here. So, Braves remain down 15 to start the 4th quarter, 47-32. Again, foul trouble, shaky ball handling, poor shooting. There's been a number of bright spots. You see a lot of good things that have happened for the Braves today. Things that are going to sail them to the very top of the CHL. I think they will dominate in their league. And again, it's sometimes facing a better team this early in the year can be a really good thing, and it'll make them stronger and better for it. You can ask John Calipari how that goes, just in case Rachel or Chris are listening to this replay. Nice box out by Maddie Antonucci. Ella with the board. Good look, good look. Good swing. Claire, you gotta move. Oh, Maddie made a nice post and release there. Swing the ball around, girls. Swing it again, Nina. Come on, Nina. Penetrate and swing. Nice pass. It's the first time I've seen Claire penetrate in a little while. And we're going to the 1-and-1.
Number 25, Carly Steiner, her third. At the line with a 1-on-1 for the Braves, number 20, Nina Price.
Nina will take her 4 fouls to the line. Nina, pretty smooth shooter, given the time. Seen some flashes of her being aggressive and taking it to the basket. Certainly, as I've said before, I'd like to see more of that over the course of today and this week and next week and throughout the season. Nina's quite capable of breaking people down. She's got those fantastically quick tennis feet, great footwork, deceptive length, long arms, and she's an incredibly smart young woman. So again, I'd like to see her be more aggressive, take some shots. That's a shaky dribbling by Steiner there. And we got another 3, and that's, Homan is lighting it up.
Elizabeth Homan.
Look to the other side, Nina. There you go. That's a kick. Homan's getting these spot up 3s, and I give her credit. She's a good shooter. The Braves have not taken many shots from outside today. That's it, Nina. There you go. Nice breakdown. Nice breakdown. Pop it out. Pop it out. Pop it out. And that was a nice drive, Claire. Now, she did miss the shot. I would have liked to seen her do a stop and pop there, but that's one of the few times she's attacked the basket. She broke the girl down off the dribble, got herself a nice good look at the basket. Didn't finish, but that's what the Braves need to do a lot more. Not just Claire. Ella Riggs needs to do that. Nina Price needs to do that. That's a foul. And, that's a little bit a situation, another case of maybe Maddie getting bailed out. She got a nice inside position, slipping between 3 defenders, but kind of got caught under the basket and with a bunch of bigs right around her. Now I think she made them bail her out. Because if they didn't, she probably would have gone up and scored, but she was a little bit under the basket in that situation. Maddie hits her first, 50-34 with 6:20 left in the game. And Nucci hits her second.
Second free throw is good.
Mid-season form for Maddie Antonucci, despite her rust in the 3-week layoff. And Braves showed good defensive pressure on that possession, forcing Anderson into a bad pass. Anderson's, they've broken down Anderson a number of times off the, Maddie with a nice drive and picks up the foul. Now the Braves have broken down Anderson down defensively a number of times and forced them into very questionable passes, and they've gotten a lot of their own turnovers.
Shooting 2 for Indian Hill is
Maddie Antonucci. Come on, Larry. There you go.
free throw is good.
I think Larry was having a little vision problem there. Couldn't make out Maddie Antonucci at the line. Well, let's see if the Braves can string together some good possessions and whittle into this lead, maybe a little too late, but
Second.
you know, that'll be a good confidence builder if they can play solid offensively, value the basketball. And you know, you've got Claire picks up the ball, works it out to Ella. Step up, step up. Break her down, break her down. Swinging the ball around and they're 5 out. And Claire back up top, looking for their, there, nice pass. Go in strong, Nooch. There you go. Now there's a good combination. Maddie worked her defender up to the top of the free throw line. Got inside her, got her on her back. Claire made a really sweet entry pass, lobbed it over the top.
Number 15, Mackenzie Burdick.
And Nooch did a great job getting to the basket. 52-39 now. A little too tall for the 5'2" point guard there. Braves going to be tired after tonight. They're trying to run more pressure here as the game clock winds down. It's an offensive foul. Claire with the rebound off the missed three. Off to Ella Riggs. I think she traveled there. That's a Euro step.
Basket by number 22, Ella Riggs.
I'm not sure if Ella didn't get away with one and then maybe a second travel there. The first one was definitely questionable. I'll give her on the Euro step. It was a nice move. Again, the Braves have cut the lead to 11. 4:24 left in the game. Starting to play, again, a little more ball conscientious, valuing the ball a little bit better. Making some good passes, getting some good looks, attacking the basket aggressively. Playing a little bit better on the defensive end as well. It's not been for lack of effort, absolutely not for lack of effort that the Braves are down here. Again, combination of youth and some frustration and making some unnecessary turnovers, but they've worked their tails off tonight. They've got a lot to walk away from this game positively. It's obviously not over yet. Down by 11, 4:24 yet left. But I think some of them are going to be pretty tired. I know Ella and Claire, and I believe Annie Ishrading have all played. I know Ella and Claire played the whole game. I don't believe Annie Ishrading has been out either. Nina and Nooch obviously have been on the bench some with their foul trouble. Oh, that's a nickel dimer. Whoa. Well, not for lack of trying. That's a nickel dimer. I mean, there's been a lot worse. Yeah, I mean, maybe that was legitimately a little touch foul, but you know, that's out of character for what the Revs have and have not been calling today. Given some of the physicality we've seen today, calling a foul like that is, well,
Foul on Indian Hill, number 33, Annie Ishrading.
that's a good aggressive play by Annie. She picks up the foul, but I will take a foul of aggression and hustle over a foul from being out of position and reaching any day of the week. Fortunately, she misses for the Braves, and Ella Riggs pulls the board down. Clear up on the corner, looking for a screen from Maddie Antonucci. Gets cut off. It's Nina to Annie. Around to Ella at the top. Oh, good. Ella fell down there and kept her balance, fortunately. Swing it, Nina. Or take that shot. Nice. Oh. That was a nice look by Nina. She also had Claire as an option on the side. Now, Elizabeth Homan's a really nice ball handler. I've been impressed with her work as the point guard for Anderson today. Ella does a nice Trey Jones imitation, going one-on-one and making a nice pickup. 10-12 footer, rising above the defense. That's good hands, good hands. You know, folks, kids watching the game, it's easy to get a little tired late in the game. That might be a travel. Nina with the board on the miss. But this stage of the game, having active hands. Nice pass by, and he doesn't get the board, doesn't get the follow. That was a nice pass, nice penetration by Ella Riggs. And he got up a couple of good looks, couldn't convert on either one. Anderson calling timeout. The Braves have cut it to 9 here with 2:25 left. Again, probably not a surmountable deficit at this point in the game, but the Braves are showing a lot of spirit and a lot of hustle and busting their tails tonight. So, and you know, given that most of them have put in a lot of minutes, they're showing a lot of stamina too. You're gonna have some tired young ladies after the game tonight against Division I Anderson. Fortunately for the ladies, they have tomorrow off. Braves have some practices Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They have games next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Nina had a nice recovery. I got that in camera, but nice rebound by Ella Riggs. Yeah, Nina made a nice defensive recovery. The girl did a back cut. Nina recovered very, very well. Oh, swing it, Nina. Look. Penetrate. I'd like to see Nina drive, and no, that's a rookie. Oh, Claire, you know, well, you know, Claire's got to, if she's going to make that foul, she made a little touch foul to the number 25's Steiner's hip, and was fortunate that the shot didn't go in. If you're going to make a foul in a situation like that, go for the ball, hack the bejesus out of their hands, or try to at least make a strip. But you know, that was not a smart foul. He always said, if you're going to make a foul, get your money's worth out of it. Steiner makes the first and the second. So Anderson moves its lead back to 11 with just under 2 minutes left here in the game. Nice move, Ella Riggs. That's Ella sort of working the ball in a little bit, creating a little bit of space. She didn't go hard at the basket and stop and pop, but yep, that's somebody's fifth foul. That'll be Nina's a finish to her night for the Braves. Fouling out. She actually did a good job here in the second half, starting with 3, and it's taken all but the last minute 32 for her to pick up her fifth, especially since she picked up her fourth early on, relatively in the third quarter. Claire fighting for the rebound, has it knocked out by Steiner. And it'll be Braves ball with 1:31 left. Take that, Annie. Make that, Annie. Claire with another rebound. Nice pass out. Make that way short.
Basket by number 15, Mackenzie Burdick.
Take the shot, Claire. Just. And Nora Stern into the game for Indian Hill. Yep, makes a bad pass, and that's an intentional foul. Yep, I saw that coming. Ella just kind of reached around the girl from the back with both hands. That's exactly the right call from the referee.
Good. Call an intentional foul, so.
Yep, that's absolutely the right call. Yeah, again, if as I was saying about Claire's not getting her money's worth on that earlier foul. If Ella's going to make that foul and, try to deny a basket, you got to go for the ball. You got to, hack their hands. You may get lucky and just hit ball, but you're not going to get in a situation like that where you give up a multiple free throws and the ball. So Anderson up by 13 right now, 48-45. And Burdick looking for her second and makes that one. Excuse me, that's Steiner. So Anderson will retain possession, and they move their lead back up to 14. 40 seconds left for the Braves tonight. And it looks like Anderson and Indian Hill are both going to be content to let the clock tick down and call it a night. So with 19 seconds left, we'll see if Anderson does the sportsmanlike thing and just works the ball around and burns off the last few seconds of the clock. Just running a little bit of a weave. And the clock ticks down. Final was 59-45 Anderson. Again, the Braves play next week, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Again, good effort, strong effort, a lot of hustle, a lot of mistakes, a lot of rust, a lot of jitters. But the Braves have a lot of positives as well to take away from tonight's contest against a Division I foe. And that's why you play these tough games early in the season. Again, I mentioned that Madera went off and played these guys a couple nights ago and got beat. Madera put a measly 17 points on the board and got beat by 50 plus, possibly more than that. I can't remember the exact score. But watching this game, there wasn't great for the Braves, but had a lot of great things going on, and looks like it's going to be a really strong season for them. And they had to crush the competition in the CHL. Thanks, folks. Thanks for watching.